Intuitive Jacob, thank you for being here, and thank you for your patience for those of you that have been waiting. I was only able to do the 6 of the tribes for the Hall of Days because I was getting over the flu in 2 different ways and had a weird conjunctivitis, so now that I may see clearly and that we may demonstrate that as well, we're going to take a look at selective form creation, what didn't get drawn and quartered, and what's actually on the inside of the magnetic unleavening. I'll show you on the inside what it looks like on the new board, where some of us have sigiled ourselves through sound, and more messages to come. If these messages are a little weird, well, it's because some of us are in the one strong incept ion, and we're being trained to hear other things within this new form. If you have more questions about that, feel free to click the link in my description. You can enter the very fine Martians Discord chat room and enter into discussion with us. Sometimes we share music and art and other things. And if you would just like your own private reading with perhaps a forensic look into some of the things that might have been confusing to you at a first look, hit me up. We've got a very specific way that we can do that, especially if you have things like dates of birth or actual dates that events happened before the I went on and the, hey, is that can? Did the camera catch it all in that era? Huh, what's this new ear thing? You thing, me thing, catch you on the inside of the reading. Greetings, Cancer. How are you doing? Thank you for being present. Welcome to your reading. Just meditating here with your energies about what Cancer and these tropics and the stripes of the hemisphere and the bilateral union of form will never mean to those of us that have angelic presence around us. This is selenite here, and I'm hearing for someone, this is about your lost wife, maybe it's Lot's wife that didn't turn into a pillar of salt, for crying, for ice is melting, and what Cancer means to some of us who have actually lived to tell about how to thrive after such a diagnosis, and what DIA is here for a guy who knows that no means no, sis. So, what are we dealing with now? Very specific energies about what can be sired, what 2 sides of the moon might not have looked like, as we were creating an orbital view in the Can era of the book of you as your life, in your Kundalini flower of awakening, and the pranic union of what now may we see clearly what 2020 actually is for you, Cancer. Alright, we've also used a magnetic rainbow hematite as a focal point to meditating in these energies for you. We're going to go ahead and start with your archetype energy here, Cancer. Liberator. I'm hearing for some of you all, this is the end to sickness and disease, because no one ever said, yeah, you can sire me with that. Liberator. Cancer. I'm hearing for some of you, this is like the light that you've been bearing from inside that is just bursting with energy, and that's like your aura flame that's behind you. It's your energy signature, and high five. I see you like that. Whether it's your sun, your moon, or your rising. I'm actually a Cancer rising myself. I'm 0 degrees Cancer rising. Hence the 0-point energy transmission over this reading and what this frequency is. Here's what the card says for you, Cancer. Light attributes. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Releasing negative thought patterns. Shadow attribute states, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate. ignoring legitimate constraints. And I'll just say false mooning. Some of you all have been learning the light and shadow of yourself, and that's kind of what those two moons are in the Cancer shell, and why that hard-shelled little Cancer can only go sideways. You know, you want to have a direct conversation with the Cancer, but that little crab can't even go forward like that. The crab goes side to side. It's like, am I in the water? Am I out on the land? Scurry, scurry. And what it is to learn how to balance, because a little bit of chipping away, wow, you could really do some damage on the Cancer, because that shell is hard, but inside it's just goop. And so learning how to be that is you. Wow, when you figure that out, that is liberating, isn't it, Cancer? And when you can be yourself with others, and not have them trying to at you. So, which side of this are you on? I'm on the side of you being the light, and feeling into what that light is that gives you balance and your energy resonance and your healing. Because for some of y'all, it's like, you're battling between your third eye and like your third chakra. It's like third eye, third chakra, third eye, third chakra. If we move it together, we get green the right way. You know, you can be for green that way and not be the wrong kind of pervert. You know what I mean? You can kind of see it green and be free that way, and it's okay for you to be fruitful and multiply and be in and of, but not have to go through all that, because it's perfect. For you to not have been hemi-synced and stripped. To be able to see it clearly and feel good about what it is that you also inherit in your third eye, and why she shows up in purity there as the feminine energy, if you ask me, no matter whether you consider yourself a guy or a lady or something else, like the floral pattern, okay? But see, I'll say she here. She's got that purity. She's dressed in it. It's here on her mind. It's her light. It's her essence. And I dare you to call that pervert. Because you be betting on the wrong alpha. She be omega-fied. This is the Ovister. Alright, so what else we got going on here? Alright, Cancer. We've got the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Oh my goodness. Well, 7. In and about time. Here for some of y'all, this is about your BeArt, you know, your birthday. Coming maybe month of 7. If you're a solar Cancerian. Huh. And that's a nourishment card. That's somebody who's being encouraged to... I'm hearing eat fruit at night. Waning Crescent, number 5. I'm hearing somebody needs to know your sweet cravings at night will be really good with slices of mango. I've been working on that myself. Try it if you like it. Try some fruit or something in the evening. You're going to be nourishing really well, especially if your pineal gland is really active. I'm getting that blue and that yellow again. Look at all that white coming in here, all up into her. And it's like, oh, you mean the stuff that she's birthed herself in, how she's dressed in this, as she's shining her aura light, and what's 7, and what isn't the statue, but is the evidence of liberty in that which you are. Cry for Isis, melting baby. This is beautiful for you. May you be nourished in the time that is you. You have been freed from something. For some of you all, the disease and the sickness is the infirmity of the mind that you've chosen not to clothe yourself in or adorn yourself in by starting here. What you put in your head that feeds your third eye, your third chakra, and everything all over the world where you heal everything as yourself. This is your alchemical act of loving grace, Cancer. And the only thing that gets to sire is energy that's safe like that. Let's see who you might be dealing with right now. We've got the Black Moon astrology cards here. Oh, wow. Hey, do you know an Aquarius other than, well, you know, yours truly? They might be carrying some kind of violet flame energy and just blasting it real clearly through the shockwaves here, and what the 23 is, or is it a 32 on a double door that didn't care about what a number couldn't prove without landing 5 and 5 and proving what 2020 is when you're in the right room with the right guy. I'm just your guide. Yeah, I know. So you might know an Aquarius besides me. If not, hi. Maybe I'm your guy. So that 2-3 right there, you know, it's funny, that's actually my birthday. It even looks like my birthday there, you know. Doesn't those look like 7s? So some of us didn't get split water that way to be 0-point Kundalini resonance, you know? Cancer. Some of you all might also know who the real Q is. He might see it. I'm just going to embarrass you if you're here. My buddy Frank Bacon. My brother, Tyrone Simpson. I'm just dropping it in there. Just so you know, I know the real Q. If you want to know about anonymous things and why no one gets to sire children like that in front of the violet flame. But Aquarius, you know, some of you all might even have this in your chart somewhere, be dealing with another Aquarius somewhere. You know, they say it's the dawning of the age of how the water gets shared. And what it means to be safe to breathe it as air and not choke on it. And what a special purpose vehicle might look like is your body love, your body love. And why nourishing yourself, why this fall of abundance comes from this water in the lunar sphere, and why some of you all that maybe have been praying for like a dynamic, special way to have children are probably going to be very excited at what soon you will be hearing about the new density and bodies and formation. So these are the things that we've been praying for, many of us. And for those of you that have been praying for dynamic healing over your form and over, you know, that, I won't say the earth, it's, you know, that hearsay thing that we've been hearing about, you know, that ear thing that we've been earthing ourselves through for the birth of the new form. It gets to be healed thanks to you. So thank you to some of you for even being able to handle being called a Cancer when that word itself is like being ripped out of your shell and pulled into a sideways dimension and stuffed under the water. And not really knowing how that energy was affecting you, even if you didn't understand those words, and why some people are so phobic to things like the word Cancer and certain triggers, or things like astrology, just because of the essence of words and what sounds like can imply in another person's form for being sentimental and sentient and sensitive and willing to hold that energy to themselves. And this is where some of us get liberated from that, and where some of you all are awakening for a new type of healing, and why some of you might have had dynamic roots and forms of chaos that happen on a nuclear level and maybe have created disease in your body that you didn't understand were psychic, energetic hooks and environmental things that were causing that in your form, and where we're learning to be free by what we put into ourselves and keeping clean as the new energy is being made bioavailable to all of us. Now, if you want more information, hit me up for your own private reading. In fact, if you have dates of birth, different dates, I can look up some very unique forensic style information that some people are not aware of can exist just by knowing how to reference these points on the Kundalini grid with blockchain technology. That's what I specialize in. Now, if you would like a place to talk about these things, feel free to hit the link below. Verified Martians is a group that we're growing, where some of us get together and talk, and it's loving and kind. And if you would like, just know the prayers are already out there, and anything you're open to receiving is just sending light energy from a very special prayer group that I work with together. So, you are welcome. Now, for any of you all that are interested in the romantic parts of what could be going on, these next two cards might be most interesting to you. We've got the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and we've also got the Love Oracle card. So, let's see what's ahead of us here. And please, if you think this reading could help somebody, share it with them, and I appreciate your support. So, what do we have here? The Lovers. Oh my. Cancer. I'm hearing for some of you all, you might be like Gemini cusp too. This could be, you might want to check the Gemini reading out. Somebody has gems in their eyes. You might have two. And I'm hearing whether or not this is like a polyamory thing, because for some of you all it really isn't. I mean, it might be, but for some of you all I'm hearing this isn't even polyamory. It's just like knowing that somebody amazing is with you. And where you share those things is really nobody else's business. But I will just say, Cupid is there, overseeing. This is major arcana here. This is the Lovers, number 6. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it might be like, I'm hearing it's some kind of paternity issue that might not even really exist because of what's being proven, and that somebody might not have understood how close he is to the children. And so I'm hearing, my knee is itching. I'm hearing that it's like, he might not have actually been with the other party, that it's like, he's more like her brother, is what I'm hearing for some of you all. If this is a situation where you were kind of observing somebody, because I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, you've been busy on this healing thing, and there's somebody that caught your eye, and this is like you here wishing and maybe like crying while you're praying for the right guy, you know? And I'm hearing it's like you might have thought that he was with her. I'm hearing her picture showed up somewhere or something, and it looked like something, but it's like, it wasn't what it was. Like the baby there that was in his arms, I don't know if it was, if that's his, like, quote-unquote ex or something that you thought, but I'm hearing it's like, he's really more like an uncle. And, for some of you all, it's like making a decision because of maybe a bad angle, is what they're saying, on whatever an introduction was. And I'm hearing for a lot of you, this is really just a decision. And for others, this could just be a very fertile time in your love relationship. The Lovers is, it's the Lovers. There are lovers there, and you can see in this image here, there is a busy scene. You know, there's the 3 there, and then there's a baby there. And so for some of you all, it's like how to find enough energy for all of the things that your heart desires. Because I'm hearing for some of you all too, if this isn't like a polyamorous thing, and if this actually isn't romantic for you, this is just people that need things from you, and where you're willing to share your nourishment. Because I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like it might be some kind of caregiving that you do. And it's like more like mediation is what I'm hearing. So you're gonna know if that's for you. But if this is your love relationship, you're being cautioned to make sure you're paying attention to your partner. And I'm hearing there might be problems if somebody's feeling secondary, and that this might actually not be a secondary person. This might just be somebody, I'm hearing this might be somebody that's dealing with, what do they call it? Borderline? It's like a borderline personality, where it's like she doesn't really see both sides of her face, or he doesn't see both sides of his face. And so it might be dealing with mirror aspects and really trying to figure out how to balance that. Because I'm hearing that for somebody, you might not realize your partner feels very triggered and split, because you're splitting so much energy into whatever it is you're doing, especially if it's like a creative pursuit that's been very healing for you. Because then it's like she feels like you're not seeing her real face, is what I'm hearing. And so it's like competing with that. And so just make sure that if you're in a love relationship, that you're nourishing your partner as well, and that you're seeing, you know, both sides of your own self. And that's the thing about Cancer. It's like that sigil is supposed to be the moon, like 2 sides of the moon. It's like opening your own head up. So keep that in mind if that's for you. Let's see what the Love Oracle card says. Keys on a ring. Many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So watch out. Somebody might have had a tag along. So I don't like messages like that, but somebody's being let to know. Only 3 on this ring. You're gonna know what that means for you. Okay? I'm going to leave it on that one. Let's see what Archangel Michael has to say with this advice card. Okay. Cancer, I love this. New beginnings and a fresh start. Look at that. Well, it's like whatever she's been feeding herself and liberating herself through with this nourishment and following this white energy and rising through has given her a whole new you thing. What about the hearing that, maybe the he ring and the ear thing, you thing, you, new. A new way to land a scent as that. Here's what the card says. Thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. And I'm being encouraged to just hold this up for you, because for some of you all, just embodying the awareness of I know it is what your key is in this liberation, and what it is to be in the nourishment ring of the lovers and the things that you've designed for yourself, Cancer. Let's get a little more information. We've got the La Vera Sibilla Italiana deck here, and I'd like to get some more information on these lovers. What do you think? Possibly this Aquarius. You're gonna know if you have one. It might just be me here shuffling for you. That's fine too. Because I know it's gonna be good for you, Cancer. I know it's gonna be great for you, because whatever you've purposed yourself for is being protected for your new start and your new beginning. And love, with a decision to be made. Let's see what it's about. Well, La Superbia. This is like the best of the best on display, with lots of eyes on it and somebody peacocking, because people want to grab and sometimes pluck that way. I'm hearing it's good for you to know you're protected, though. There's a wall there. But I'm hearing you might have to decide when to open up. And don't just let anybody try to wiggle their key in there, because it's a much more selective process than that when you have options like this here. So just know, new beginnings, liberator, probably people wanting to come into your house, offering nourishment in different ways, and that's a popular person right there. That's fiery too, and let's see what else we can find out. Ooh, who was coming in for a false landing with you, Cancer? Somebody tried to sit on it? That falsita? What a way to land on it, too. I'm hearing smelly poo. That is somebody who came after your money, perhaps? I'm hearing they might have, tried to take the keys to somebody's car and gotten away with it for a minute, too. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Huh. But yeah, that's the falsita there. Il pensiero. So this is somebody that has something to consider. Again, this is, I'm hearing it might be financial remuneration for somebody that they didn't know was coming their way because of what got witnessed on surveillance, that this was actually surveillance, and why there's so many eyes here. And what a false report might have been about whose car it was, and how somebody got couched for it, is what I'm hearing. I don't know what that means, but I heard they got couched for it. And you're gonna know if that's the case. Wow, somebody might speak up. Hey, it could be me, the guy in the blue shirt, playing priest, because El Sacerdote is sometimes the guy that just points it out and says, can't hide it in front of me. But somebody told, is what I'm hearing. You might not have realized that that's what the cam eras and people's eyes are, and what happened with the one fiber optic, and what I've been programming with Epic Fortnite. And why somebody is going to get paid for whatever didn't land right, because I'm hearing somebody just literally tried to plant themselves right there. Yeah. Weird. Let me know, Cancer, if this resonated for you. I would love to hear about it. I'm hearing that when you get the information you need, especially if you had a decision to make about love, whatever this little baby might have had to point out might be everything you needed to know about the people in question. Just remember, kids don't really have too much of an agenda when it comes to other people, other than what the kid agenda is. And if they get the Hebes, it's for a reason, okay? I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're well, and we'll catch you again soon when we're back for another one, Cancer. Bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch me.